Welcome to CC Sports, the show where we explain the physics behind sports. My name is Andres Matute, and with my teammates Carla and Andrea, we will show you the scientific side of sports.
So we can analyze our video. The first thing we have to do is open Tracker. Just we click the application and it would upload. Once it opens, I would simply drag the video I want to analyze, in this case Matute. I'm gonna accept the terms and I wanna short it to the time I will analyze. So I would just drag this little black arrow until the exact moment he drops the ball off his arms. Just get there. There. And we'll move the end arrow until the ball hits the net for the first time. This point. Now we have our beginning, our end. The next step is add an axis. For this, we'll put ourselves in the beginning. Just simply drag it a little bit under the ball so it doesn't end up in the origin. Once we have that, we'll add a calibration stick. For that, we will click in this symbol, the arrow, new, calibration stick, and we simply press Shift where we want to start analyzing and Shift until the end point. We will change the units to units analyzed. In this case, Matute threw the ball from 11.2 meters. I'm just gonna drag it where it goes and put it in the exact way. Once we have our calibration stick and the axis marking the position of the ball, we will create a point of mass. For this, we'll just add in this symbol, create point mass. To start making the trajectory of the ball, we will simply click Shift and select the center of the ball. We have to notice here we are marking one frame at a time. Here you can also change to other frames, but for this analysis we will use one. It will start moving. You just have to follow the ball and click it. As we see, many frames are taken. There are going to be about 30 to 40 frames. It depends. In here, the distance is pretty long, so there will be plenty of frames. You also have to be careful to take the exact center of the ball, otherwise there will be small deviations by the time the graph is made. So we just keep clicking in each frame until our video stops, ends. And there's our last point. 45, 46 frames. So now we have the trajectory marked. We will change in here. We would just click in table and we will add the elements we want to analyze. In this case, we want X, we want Y, as well as the velocity in the X-axis, the velocity in the Y-axis. We also want the angle of each position, and we also want the general velocity. Once we select everything we want, we'll just simply click close. Now, to see if our analyses are correct, to see any small change, we will just give the right click. We go to Analyze, and a small square will pop up. This window shows every single graph we have analyzed so far. We have the columns, and we can just pin out or in the dots or the lines in case we want to see. For this, I'm gonna click in Analyze and select Statistics. This will show me various components as maximum, minimum, mean, and others according to each columns. For this analysis, I'm gonna take off every single arrow, so I have a better view of the graph I'm analyzing. Just remove them until we have one. Now we're gonna start moving the axis. The first graph we're gonna analyze is y-axis against x-axis. So as you see, we have a parabola which shows the position in every axis, x and y. We can click it and we'll show which point we are. We are gonna select curve fit again in Analyze, and we're gonna simply select parabola. This will make a line that will follow the point. If we just make sure the autofit is on, just click a point and a pink line is gonna form around the parabola. In this exact point, it will mark us the equation and the values for A, B, and C previously mentioned on the equation. We simply have to evaluate with these values, and that's it. Sometimes other values might be needed. For example, if I change to time in x-axis, I'm gonna have to change because it's no longer a parabola, it will be a line. And here we see time is added. Time will simply go over a dot, the line is again positioned, and we can see in that exact point what's the time over here. As well, we can change to other things as y against time. We just simply take this mark surf, and again we have a parabola, so we change the equation to parabola and we click ourselves into one point of it. Again, we have the equation for the parabola as well as the dots in this exact point. You can also analyze velocity in x. This will be used with a line, and we just simply choose a dot. We can see a variation in the point marked by the ball. This is because of conditions are air, turns of the ball, many things that on our paper calculations won't be seen but do affect us in real life and in this analysis. But the interval in which all the points are located is pretty small, so the deviation isn't such a considerable factor in here. The same will happen with y velocity. Here we also have a line. We get a diagonal line. We have as well the equation and the values. Here we have everything we can take. Also, we can see the theta column in the first point analyzed, 0 point, and everything corresponding to that position. You can play a lot with this program and find different ways, and there are also other options as changing color. You can add the color you like, so you can variate the colors between players or identify better the positions, or if it's meshed with the floor, you can simply change it and everything will be just easier. Once we finish analyzing, we can also change here to Y position and we will see our parabola. In this case, we have a nearly perfect parabola because of the initial point, as we can see in here, is really near to final point, which is in here. The height is almost the same. Once we finished playing and analyzing everything we want with our program, we just simply go to File and we save tab as. We will have the present editing, which I will leave Matute. We just save it and we have our program every time we want. Here is again, here's our filing tracker and here is our final result. Thank you for watching SciSports. This was all in today's tutorial. Thanks for watching and we will see you in the next episode.